Alright, we are back. More standard. This time I am trying... I've got a bunch of decks on my accounts that I just haven't been messing with because I haven't really wanted to play. I don't even really know what all the Final Fantasy cards do, but we're learning them as we play. And I read some of them for this deck, which is an Affinity deck. So we've got Magitek Infantry, which is just basically going to be a 1-mana 2/1 in this deck, but it's also an artifact, which is obviously relevant. And then it has the text, you can pay 3 to search the library and put one onto the battlefield, which is actually pretty nice. I think this is solid rate, and you do want a bunch of artifacts in your deck, so checks all those boxes. Trying out Dragoon's Lance. I'm not sure how good this is going to be, but this basically amounts to a 2/1 flyer. But you can move the equipment around. You can also glyph the equipment if you want. Just have the 1/1. Or maybe they answer your creature and then you want to do that later. And then we've got just a 7-mana 5/4 flying that surveils 2 when it comes into play. This one, this card might just suck. I don't know. We're trying it. It's new. It's got affinity. It's big. It flies. It's got some things going for it. Other than that, we've got some old cards. This thing is pretty decent for artifact decks. And then we've got the nesting bot to go with the start your engine part. And then, of course, Memory Guardian, old affinity card, Glyph, one of the best cards in these style of decks. Then we've got Inspector and Spyglass Siren to make extra artifacts. Gonna play best of one. This isn't really a side deck, but it'll be there. Also, I should note Ishgard, which is a land that comes into play tapped, which sucks. But it does give you 5-mana sorcery to buy back artifact or up to 2 artifacts or enchantments from your graveyard or hand. So kind of nice. We can get back like a Glyph and a Valkyrie, stuff like that. We'll see how it goes. Giving it a shot. I'm not sure if it's worth it for the tap land. It could just be like a Restless Anchorage, but we're going to learn. So going to play a handful of best of 1 games and we'll see how it goes in new standard. Alright, we go first. This hand is so sus. Huh. Okay, I guess this is better. Realistically, I think like Regal Bunnycorn is better than like any of these affinity cards. Kind of ends up being the same thing, except for you can deploy it early. This does dodge go for the throat, which is nice, but that is rotating, so. So I get flying on my turn. Okay. Well, this deck's completely busted. Buy all these cards right now. This is the greatest deck of all time. Alright. Sure. This hand's a little awkward. The Mirrex is not perfect. But I guess I can just play the Guidelight first, even though it's awkward if I draw the 3rd land. But if I draw the land, I'll be happy enough. Okay, so opponent playing some sort of equipment deck. Do I want to trade my 2/3 for their 2/2? I guess so. It's going to be hard to block. Like, even if they do nothing, they can just move the counter over from the Zac Fair. So it's fine to attack. My hand is not very good. Yikes. Okay, so you're double striking? Sure. How am I winning this game? We're at 3 affinity. Yeah, the Mirrex maybe has to go, especially considering this is double blue, so you do actually have color-intensive requirements. Part of the reason there's a Mirrex in the deck is that it makes artifacts, which is obviously relevant with like all these types of cards. But maybe it's not worth it. I don't know. Could just be awkward. Like we only had 2 lands. Opponent obviously has all their lands to cast their spells, so. They're tanking really hard, but I'm like super dead. Yeah. Okay. I think I can scoop. I mean, my hand is so bad. Alright. GG. Alright. You go first. Sure. That's not what I wanted to do. God. Okay. You've drawn a lot of these. I think this deck is probably just misbuilt. I don't know. We're trying stuff. No 3rd land again sucks. Sure. Well, regardless of no 3rd land, you can see how this card might be kind of appealing with the Glyph. Opponent decided to just deal with my 2-1 flyer, and then I have something left over. I think we're just dead, though. Maybe if we pressured him with the Glyph that last turn, I guess it would have gotten blown up. We would have discovered. Could hit again, but this card's really difficult to beat. Okay, no luck. This is gonna be a fast one. Let's try 2 more games. I'm kind of already off this deck, but let's give it a shot. We haven't really played, so let's get 2 more. Okay. Elf, and we're on the draw. That is the scariest thing in all of Magic. Yeah, okay. Opponent has a lot of pain lands. Maybe that will punish them. Well, it's a pretty strong start. I might just play like a Luna, Lunra, whatever the fuck her name is. Yep. Yep. Oh, we got a lot of things. I assume they're finding the thing that ends the game. They've scryed 100 times. Wonder if I messed up. I mean, I needed the 3rd land, which is why I used the map, but now I can't. Yeah, they have the thing that ends the game. Luna, Hope of Spyra, for my favorite Magic the Gathering game, Final Fantasy. Okay, so what does this actually do, though? Is this even problematic? So they get lifelink on their turn? Yeah, I mean, that's problematic. Maybe it's beatable, though. Guess I'm attacking you. Double block? Not that worried about a double block. You're not lifelink, right? Okay. Alright. So they're going to Esper Origins and then hit a big fatty and we're going to die. Mill 5. Okay, so this has to hit a big fatty and then we die. It hits a big fatty and we died. Okay. Good job. So I'll have lifelink next turn. Alright, good beats. GG. Alright. This is the one. Opponent goes first. I have artifacts and affinity and blue mana to cast my cards. Very exciting. Everyone's excited for me. What the hell? What's my opponent playing? Are they playing like colorless pile? Don't play the UFO. Or I guess do. I have Glass Casket. They're actually colorless pile? Iron Crag. Well, that's not the UFO. Alright, let's see if my mediocre beats can defeat their colorless deck. Probably not. This deck doesn't really seem to beat anything. Yeah, you have a lot of mana and I can't really interact with it, so... I reckon I'm dead. Opponent just has... The colorless nut draw, I guess? I don't know. We have 7 mana on turn 4. On the play. Just getting... Okay. Not a Nugan. I got a Power Stone. More stuff. Nice. It could have been bad. It wasn't that bad. This Power Stone's actually nice. It's really funny. Are you finding a Nugan? Are you putting cards on top? Can I beat a Nugan somehow? Maybe. I don't know what the hell cards are going to be in their deck. Like, how do you interact with a colorless deck? You block. Bottom 2, alright. Sure, you draw. Oh, did I fuck up? No, it doesn't matter. What the hell do I want? All my cards suck. Sure. I don't know. Alright. Don't draw anything good. Oh, god damn it. Okay. This is triple edict? I guess that's not the worst. So they reanimate every turn? Get one this way. Okay, what are you doing? What do you got? What's this portal of Mirrex you got going on? Reanimate one of my things? What do I got in there? Siren? Sure. So I have 5 in the air. I do have a bunch of ways to draw. Okay. They're just dead, right? Okay. Oh wow! All right, this deck's not very good. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe don't play this deck, but it was fun. We gave it a go. Looks like we've defeated the colorless deck. Opponent's deck is very cool, by the way. It's kind of funny to just have a fully colorless deck in standard. But all right, GG's. You know, if you want to try artifact stuff, rebuild it. Don't play this list. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.